Ola, I'm sure you're getting ready for this. I'm going to give the introduction. Ola is a certified project management professional. He is a charter member. That means when we first started, he was with us of the Southwest Project Management Club. He's been working in the oil and gas industry for over 10 years. God bless him. Ola is passionate about motivating people and improving his public speaking ability. He is working on level 3 of the Leadership Development of Pathways program. The focus of this level 3 is negotiation. Negotiation. Today, to help us prosper, Ola will be sharing how you can use negotiation skills to achieve your goals in 2021. If you can, for just a second, unmute yourself. I'll give you a second, unmute yourself. And after you do the following, you can mute yourself again. Share your loudest applause and cheers for Ola Adepaju.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for that warm introduction, Mr. Toastmasters. Happy New Year, everybody. Today, I am honored to share with you about 2021. Let us make a deal. Now, this project is one of the pathways project on negotiation. And I was thinking of how to make it relatable to the first meeting of the year. So join me on this lovely journey. 2021, as you can see from my slide deck, it's blank for all of us right now. We can write whatever we want in 2021. Isn't that amazing? We have the opportunity to press a reset button and forget about 2020. It's now in our rear view. But how can we get that achieved? How can we make sure that we were able to have a prosperous 2021? And as I was reflecting, I remember an MBA level class I took a long time ago on negotiation and persuasion. You see, this class taught us strategies of how to negotiate. How do you go about to get your interest achieved from the other party that you are negotiating with? The body language, the power play, different strategies were taught in this class. And we had a lot of examples of how great companies, big companies, were able to negotiate and get what they want. As an example, remember Amazon trying to get their second headquarters? Amazon had an headquarters in Seattle. And then they said, oh, we need a second headquarters. It's going to cost us $5 billion to build. We'll bring 50,000 people to your city. Can you just give us a deal to make us come to you? A corporate company negotiating with municipalities and counties across the US. And guess what? Counties were lining up to give them billions of dollars upfront for the second headquarters. At the end, Amazon got $500 million from the city of Arlington, Virginia, and $23 million in cash to bring their headquarters there. So there is value in knowing how to negotiate. And negotiation is not only for corporate people. Sometimes GM and auto workers, they go on strike. You have to negotiate with your workers. You have to get a win-win situation. You have to know the interest of the workers and your interest. And all these skill sets, I'm bringing it to how we can use it ourselves for year 2021. The thing to know about negotiation as we negotiate our way to prosperity in this year is we need to know our interests and who we need to influence to give us that interest. And that is how it comes to you. Do you know your interest for 2021? What are you interested in achieving? In fact, it's not enough to know your interest. You must actually know it at different levels. You must know it at a reservation point. The reservation point is, what is the minimum I'm willing to live with? That this is the minimum I'm willing to live with, or else I will not get an agreement. You need to know that. That is the first thing you have to know. The second thing you need to know is, what is my aspirational goals? that if I have a blank check, what am I going to get? And the third thing is, who do I need to influence to get me my goals? Those are the three pieces that you need to understand and work with to get what you want. If you negotiate very well, you get an optimized outcome. If you do not negotiate very well, you get the barest minimum. I know you don't want that this year. In fact, there's a term they call that the barest minimum. They call it satisficing. The ability of just taking what is left on the table. That is not what you want. But if you learn to negotiate very well, you are going to get what you need to get. So, how do you make sure 2021 does not outsmart you? That is what I want to talk about today. I want to give you 3 points that you can use to make sure 2021 does not outsmart you. 2021 is trying to outsmart a lot of us. It started with third wave of COVID-19, and then election turmoil, and then a plane crash in Indonesia, and then botched rollout of the vaccine. Is already trying to set the stage for a bad year. But we can do some things to make sure we overcome in 2021. The first thing is know your interests. You need to know your interests. Anthony just laid out all of us having our goals and micro strategies and micro actions to get those goals achieved. You need to know your interests, break it down. Because if you do not know your interests, how do you negotiate to get them? So with those strategies that Anthony has shared of micro actions, make sure you know your interest. That is the first thing you have to do. If you do that on different levels, you are on your way to a prosperous 2021. As I mentioned, you need to know the barest minimum you can live with. What's your reservation point? Okay, the barest minimum I want this year is this. Okay, that's fine. But you also need to have aspirational goals where you can stretch yourself that if I have a blank check, this is what I can achieve. And use that to draw up your micro actions, micro strategies, and daily tasks that you need to get to your goals. Number 2, you need to know the obstacles, the limiters that are on your way to achieving those goals. There are limitations that may be on your way to achieving those goals. You need to know it. Because if you don't know it, you become surprised when they show up, right? That is what 2021 is bringing your way. In your health, it could be, I can't go to the gym. Yeah, you can't go to the gym, but you can take a walk. Oh, I have some health challenges. Well, how can you work around that to still be healthy? Oh, I want to achieve a new skill this year, but I'm working full time. How can you do part-time online classes, free online courses? Probably just sit with YouTube. There's a lot of things you can learn on YouTube without even paying anything. So that is something you can do. You need to work around the obstacles. And finally, you need to negotiate through those obstacles to make sure that your micro actions are still in place and your goals are achieved. I want to tell you this year, we are in for a role. And because we are in for a role, we need to do what we need to do to get results. Fellow Toastmasters, 2021 will be a prosperous year for all of us, and I welcome us to a great year. Thank you, everybody. Back to Mr. Toastmasters.